Welcome to Greg Hansen's Video Notebook. I'm Star Sports Editor Ryan Finley here with Greg Hansen. Greg, we're in different spots. We're switching it up. This is good.
I'm leadoff.
Exactly. I'm hitting eighth, and Greg hits cleanup. So that's good. Speaking of seats and butts in seats, you had a great column earlier this week wondering where in the heck all of the fans have been. The Arizona Wildcats are the surprise of the Pac-12. They're 6-2 right now. They've won 4 consecutive conference games. Khalil Tate is America's most electrifying football player. And last week, they couldn't draw 50,000 people to see Washington State.
42,000.
What the hell's going on?
The two core variables are games too late, games too long.
Okay.
And then you can pick one of the next dozen.
Okay. The next dozen includes the game's too loud.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't you think that's a factor?
Parking, concessions,
and the
bathrooms, price. I mean, it's funny. I'm a father of young kids. I have not seen a family 4-pack advertisement ever. With football, it seemed like there used to be kind of the Knot Hole Club, kids club, and that's not as much of a thing now as it used to be.
And add on to that, the Zona Zoo has vanished.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know. In the Mike Stoops years when they were pretty average, it was full every game. It was overflowing.
Right.
And now, is it just a different group of kids?
Right. I don't know. To quote Frank Costanza, it was the place to be, and now it's kind of not anymore.
Yeah, and historically, Arizona has drawn well the year after a good season.
Right.
And that is in play again. You know, when Desert Swarm was born, they averaged 44,000. But then the next 2 years, they averaged 55,000.
Let me take that to the next logical step. Too loud, too late, too large.
Oh.
Stadium's too big.
I've got this binoculars this big.
Right.
And I was counting the rows Saturday night in the upper deck on the east side.
Right.
They have 20 too many rows.
Right.
There are 9 sections, 20 rows, 30 seats per row. 5,400 seats they could do away with.
Right.
That would make attendance 50,000.
Right. And what you do there is if you shrink the stadium size, you create basically an artificial market for tickets. Artificial market for tickets forces people to buy season tickets so they don't miss out on the big games.
And Arizona is late to the party in downsizing because Cal, Stanford, ASU have all downsized.
Right.
You know, the only 3 schools in the league who can draw more than 60,000 are UCLA, USC, and Washington.
Right.
And people didn't, for 25, 30 years, everybody had the biggest stadium they could.
Right.
They would never fill them up.
Right. Right.
Now the trend is to, hey, look at this. ASU has cut 17,000 seats out of their stadium. They still can't sell it out.
Right. Well, we talk about, I mean, we've traveled around this league together. I mean, my favorite place to watch a football game ever is Stanford.
Oh.
And it's not because Stanford draws. It's because their stadium, it's intimate, you get up close, you get an experience going to that game that you cannot get going on or watching on TV. I'm not sure Arizona Stadium's experience is any better. In fact, it's much worse than if you sat in front of a flat screen TV and watched every snap.
And that's what most people are doing. Not most, but a lot who used to be to the games.
Right. Last thing, and then we'll let you go. The football team can't draw, and yet they're electrifying on the field. The basketball team is being investigated by the FBI, and there's going to be a full McHale Center for an exhibition against Eastern New Mexico. What's the difference?
The difference is Tucsonans, like every other city, are fans of winning.
Okay.
It's that simple, I think.
That'll do it for this episode of Greg Hansen's Video Notebook. For Greg Hansen, what's your favorite stadium ever?
I love going to Colorado.
Colorado?
It's so good. Plus Ralphie runs, you know, before the game and at halftime.
Awesome. I'm Ryan Finley. We'll see you next time.